Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's Trail247 Reacts, back with another video. We about to do this video today on Hernandez Govan, the nigga in the young Dolph murder trial. I guess he fucking killed the nigga over fucking I'm guessing he killed the nigga over fucking $500. Let's go ahead and get to the video though. Y'all hit that like button, that sub button, hype button. We on the road to 500 subs, man. Let's get it.
Govan, the one and only person accused of killing Memphis rapper Young Dolph that actually was acquitted of it in court. Like, he took it all the way to trial and they found him not guilty. This same man has just been indicted by the feds for threatening to shoot up a woman's house who has a kid in the house over $500.
$500.
You want to make hundreds of dollars from your phone for free? There's a bunch of new games you get.
So quit it.
Yeah, you gotta be a crazy ass nigga, bro, to get acquitted on a whole murder. You got acquitted on a whole murder. And you really got the nerve to still be out here trying to act gangsta. I'm always seeing this nigga with Hernandez Govan with ski mask on. Nigga, you was like 60 years old. Go take care of some kids. Your kids. Fuck me wrong with niggas.
Last year in the high-profile murder case of Memphis rapper
niggas is too old for this shit.
New charges.
Hernandez Govan is charged in connection to allegations he threatened an ex-girlfriend last week.
Donning a red gel uniform, something you often see with those considered high profile, was Hernandez Govan Friday. 3 members with the Shelby County Detention
Response Team,
also known as DRT,
specially
trained tactical unit, escorted the 46-year-old into court.
Now y'all hear what they just said? They had a tactical unit escort him into court. He's wearing a red uniform, which is apparently for high profile cases. Well, why would that be? Because he's about as high profile as you can get. He was connected to killing one of the biggest rappers from Memphis.
And you're threatening to kill your girlfriend now. Of course you're gonna be high profile.
And he got locked up in Memphis. Guaranteed he's in protective custody. I mean, that's just what I would assume. I can't say that that's fact, but why else would he have a high custody wristband, a high custody uniform? Because stalking isn't a high custody case. It's because of who he is. And everybody knows, you know, you got one half of Memphis, or at least the majority of Memphis, that fuck with Dolph, and then the rest of them don't.
They fuck with God.
Dolph had his enemies. Fair play. But this guy going into the county jail in Memphis, guaranteed it is not safe.
Not at all.
Charged with harassment and stalking. Each of those offenses.
What landed Govan in custody reportedly happened last week. Your news leaders were able to get a copy of the police report filed after Govan's ex-girlfriend called for help. The report summarizes what she alleged happened, causing her to, quote, fear for her safety and the safety of her child. His former girlfriend told police Govan made phone calls and texts threatening to post to social media explicit videos. It's also alleged he threatened to have someone shoot up her home. After officers and National Guard members reportedly
this
checked
nigga
the area,
is a straight goofy,
Govan sent yet another message saying, quote, the National Guard can't save you. They can't be there forever.
Now, how bad do you gotta be for the National Guard to get called in?
That's crazy.
I don't know if this is like a Memphis thing. I've never heard of the National Guard
being called for anybody
investigating like a domestic case, right? Or just saying you're gonna go do something.
I think they just, I ain't gonna lie, I think they want to really lock him up. Like, nigga, you literally just got away with something that could have gave you life in jail. And you get out here and really got the nerve to threaten a girl. You hear how they keep saying ex-girlfriend, because that bitch not with him no more. But to threaten a girl and tell her you about to have niggas come shoot up her crib and all that, when you are one of the most high profile people in Memphis that the police want, at least, because they didn't get you locked up and they wanted your ass in jail. And you, bro,
no guard getting involved in a case like this? Have any of you, if you have, commented in the comment section, but how bad do you have to be? And then he's like, the National Guard can't help you. They can't watch your house forever. That's crazy.
That's what he
Bond
said?
was set at $4,000. Govan left the same way he came, flanked by extra security, headed back to lockup.
Now we're gonna break down the federal paperwork, because originally this case started off as a state case and then the feds took over and indicted him. But like I just told you, $500 is what this case was over.
$500 is
money
fucking
that
crazy.
he gave her, apparently, allegedly, whatever you want to say. But he allegedly crashed out and had to pay $4,000 just to get out of jail and then get rearrested and indicted by the feds. This is why you shouldn't crash out, because $500 ain't worth it. Now you paying $4,000 a bond. You got to get a lawyer, a whole worse situation when you could have just let that $500.
Yeah,
go.
you should have let that
Hernandez
$500 go.
Govan, who
I
was
ain't even gonna
acquitted
lie.
last year in the case connected
There's
to
no
the death
way
of Memphis
I'm
rapper
doing
Dolph.
anything like that
He's
with
out on a
$500, bro.
$4,000 bond after
Like,
being arrested on news, stalking, and
I made
harassment
that in
charges.
like literally 2 days.
Court records show a woman accused Govan of sending threatening calls and messages earlier this month.
No, I'm not gonna lie, right? When this dude came out, there was so many comments about he looked like a killer, he looked scary, he looked like this and that. And in my personal, humble opinion, it kind of reminds me of what Vaughn was saying about Wooski.
Are they gonna try to make it seem like he crazy because he ugly? You know, all the ugly people, they try to make them like the toughest people and shit. They try to make all the ugly motherfuckers seem like they super tough and shit, like they super gangster because he ugly and shit, and he got shot in his head, so now he's stupid slow, they think that's savage. That shit lame, don't nobody get...
So that's kind of how I think when I look at this dude, right? Because he built like a buff tadpole. Like it's a weird,
buff tadpole.
And a lot of people just look at him because he's expressionless. But he talks like a regular human being. He bleeds like any man bleeds, and he had some things.
Nigga is not scary,
when I made
bro.
a comment on Vlad TV when I was asked about him, and he just, you know, he tries to have this super killer,
super
persona,
tough. Yeah.
threatening to shoot up everybody and
Like
everything,
nobody
and
is scared of you,
whatever.
Hernandez. Images of this now infamous white Mercedes, Memphis police say, was the getaway car used in young Dolph's murder at Makita's Cookies, has been viewed by millions. The car was found outside this abandoned home on Bradley Street days after the killing in late November. It's the same home seen here in this music video featuring...
And then y'all dumbass really shot a music video, bro. Like, y'all niggas is fucking retarded. Just dumb.
Young Dolph's accused killer, Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop. Court records show 43-year-old Hernandez Govan, who was just indicted in the rap star slaying, along with Johnson and Cornelia Smith, once lived just a few houses down. Neighbors fearing for their lives told us off camera he grew up on the street.
So this is where Hernandez Govan gets all of his aura, if you'll call it that, or at least the mystique behind who he is he's tied in directly to the Dolph murder case. He's the only one that essentially beat the case, and yeah, you know, that's where he gets his name from. This is what he's known for. Other than that, we don't really know shit about him. Now, to just give y'all my honest opinion, I'm not gonna act like this man isn't about whatever he says he's about, because we gotta look at the proof. If you are in your 40s knocking
I literally just said this about the dude. Nigga, you're like 50 years old with a Nike Tech on and a Nike ski. Get your goofy lame ass to your grandkids. Fuck. Like, look at this nigga.
He's doorstep, and you're wearing Nike Techs with a shiesty on, trying to look like a new generation killer. Because mind you, they weren't looking like that in the 80s or 90s, whenever this man grew up. This is some new shit. This is how the new young killers dress, right?
Yeah.
That's some New York shit. But if you're in your mid 40s dressing up in a Nike Tech and a shiesty, I want no problems with
Literally.
This tells me you are the same man you were 30 years ago. You ain't never grew out of that mentality, and you're ready to crash.
Literally.
Like, you know it's bad when your influence as a 40, almost 50-year-old man is the kids 30 years younger than you. When you're dressing up like them, you know it's a problem.
For sure.
But Hernandez's most viral moment is literally this right here.
Gentlemen, have you reached a verdict? Yes. State of Tennessee versus Hernandez, Govan, count 1. We, the jury, found the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment.
He was happy as hell off of that. That's why he put his head down.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 2. We, the jury, found the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment.
Now, I'm 1,000% biased. I'm a young Dolph fan. Whether he did or didn't do it,
Fuck
you
him.
can't say he's responsible or had anything to do with it because he beat the case. He was acquitted. Everything against him, he beat it at trial. The jury sided.
He definitely was involved in it, but like, yeah, he was one of the two little niggas that came up and Swiss cheese young Dolph. So I feel like he might have drove them or some shit. He was just like Queso dad in the Queso situation. You know what I mean? Just drove them pretty much.
With him, they did not have enough evidence when he was alleged of orchestrating the entire thing.
Oh,
so
he was?
He beat this, but again, he kind of used this to get on the Vlad TV, start doing interviews.
Facts.
Get on there and do interviews looking like this, and yeah, I got charged with it. Yeah, I beat it. Yeah, man, I don't care about none of that. I was from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming out with this stone cold killer persona. Not to say that he isn't, because again, he's out here wearing Nike Techs and shiesties. But I'm just saying, he beat the case. Now, this is a federal criminal complaint charging him with cyber stalking.
Ooh.
The statement of probable cause would read on June 4th,
Cyber
2026, the Memphis Police Department responded to a domestic call regarding threatening electronic communications. The Memphis Police Department contacted the victim, a woman known as JJ, who had been receiving threatening text messages from Govan since June 3rd, 2026. JJ was in fear of the life of herself and their child, requesting that police officers
gotta
clear the
kill
home
each
to
other?
ensure that Govan was not present. The texts were a result of approximately $540 that Govan provided to JJ to pay for a rental car. When there were complications with the booking, Govan told JJ to keep the money. JJ stated to the Memphis Police Department that during a phone conversation with Govan, he had threatened to shoot up JJ's phone. Due to Govan's messages, the Memphis Police Department and the National Guard checked the area at the time of the complaint, where Govan sent a message stating the National Guard can't watch your house all day, LOL.
Really? You're a fucking goofy, bro.
And another message stating, I don't give a fuck about no police, National Guard, or nothing.
Okay.
Now, how much y'all want to bet he had on that Nike Tech that day? Threatening to shoot up your baby mama's house while your kid is inside is crazy. And this is over $540.
$540.
Vlad TV, No Jumper, and probably a whole bunch of other smaller YouTube channels. I guarantee you he's getting paid more than $540. He should be able to spend that.
You got to think about it. All that interview money probably ran out real quick. That interview money ran out real quick. Let's be real. They only giving people for these interviews, I'd say top 5,000. And he only did a couple interviews. Like maybe, let's say he's sitting on 15,000, 20,000. That's enough to get a car, a house, and to take care of your kid for like a month or 2 or 3. Other than that, it's over with. That's not enough money. And that nigga does not look like he worked no job. So,
with no problem. Now I'm going to read these text messages, and I couldn't show it on screen the way I normally would because there's some crazy messages, and not only that, it shows the phone
fuck
number,
your
so
car
I have
hoe.
to show a blurred out version.
And I will post it.
But he's basically threatening to post explicit videos of
Go
her.
die, ho.
In the text, it would clearly state his son is autistic. He's putting it on his son. He's basically accusing her of running off with his money.
Nigga talking about I'm bigger than the devil. $500? You bigger than the devil for $500, right? You're a fucking goofy.
YouTube video on her. And then it clearly also states, I don't give a fuck about no police, National Guard, or nothing. Show them this message.
And then look at this nigga. I really thought highly of you for real. Never struck me as the type of person that would literally put their son livelihood in danger about $540. You gotta be on drugs. So literally call me 10 times, beg me to send my money, and then you take it. You would have been better off robbing Michael Myers than taking my money. That's for my son's meds. All I wanted was my money back. I'm a real street nigga. What I look like beefing with a bitch. More importantly, what I look like letting a hoe take $500 that's needed for my son's medicine. Take this how you want to take it. But I will do life in prison with a smile about my motherfucking son's well-being. I hope that don't go over your head. I hope you sleep good. You're a fucking goofy. You're fucking goofy. I tried to spare you, ho. This is my last text on my son. Make sure everyone at your job get emails with you. I'm gonna do a none but on you. The National Guard can't watch your house all day. You lucky you ain't at home. Bro, this nigga is weird.
Well, that's exactly what she did, and now you're indicted by the feds.
Dumbass.
He'd follow up with, I really thought highly of you, for real, for real. Never struck me as the type of person that would literally put their son's livelihood in danger. About $540.
This is your son we're talking
about. She's really not. Apparently you told her to keep the money. Now you're threatening to shoot her whole crib up, and you're saying, I can't believe you're going to make me come and shoot up your house with my kid inside because you don't want to give me my money.
This nigga is retarded, bro.
You gotta be on drugs to literally call me 10 times, beg me to send my money, and then you take it. You would have been better off robbing Michael Myers than taking my
money. My God, bro.
Meds. All I wanted was my money back. I'm a real street ninja. What I look like beefing with a female. More importantly, what I look like letting a hoe take $500 that's needed for my son's medicine. Take this how you want to take it, but I will do life in prison with a smile about my motherfucking son's well-being. I hope that don't go over your head. I hope you sleep good. Well, if I'm just being fair in this situation, if you only had $500, why would you send her the $500 if you desperately need the $500?
Yeah, bro. Like, this nigga is a goofy, bro. Like, if you needed the $500 that motherfucking bad, why the fuck would you goddamn send it to this bitch if this is what you need for your son's medicine? If you send her $500, that should be $500 that you got extra sitting around. Was that your last $500? That's why you was crashing out? Oh my God. Get a job, bro.
Now, I agree you're mad about the money and you're now saying it's for your son, but why would you send it? And then saying she's better beefing with Michael Myers?
Michael Myers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's putting out the persona, look, I am a serial killer. I will get you gone. I will do this and that. I don't care about the police. Well, she called them, and they called backup, National Guard, and then
now look
the
at
feds, and now it's all coming down on you. Now, I can't show the rest of these texts because they're very explicit. And he's basically threatening to, post it all over social media of her doing things with people. And he says, I hope you turn it into $5 million. You gonna need it tonight. We making the news today. Wow. Now, a sergeant of the Memphis Police Department provided information that Govan had given JJ approximately $500 for a rental because Govan was having difficulties procuring one. JJ also had difficulties with a rental car and offered to give Govan his money back. As a result, he began harassing her through cell phone communication. She was in fear of her life. Govan has taken action with the intent to harass and intimidate using his cell phone, which is a facility of interstate commerce, to engage in a course of conduct that placed her in fear, in reasonable fear of death or serious bodily injury.
This nigga's a POS.
Did cause, and could cause substantial emotional distress. Now, cyber stalking itself doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. The punishment federally is up to 5 years in a federal prison. But the most serious aspect of this case is him, the person. He was acquitted of a murder.
Yeah.
Beat a murder case. Did a whole bunch of interviews talking about crazy things. They robbed T.I., melted his chain down. Like, he talked about a lot of different things he was allegedly involved in.
This nigga is retarded,
And
bro.
he's straight up telling this girl, you were better off robbing Michael Myers than playing with me. I will shoot up that crib, this and that. He's giving off this killer persona in every single interview. Shorty has a decent case because she's just going to be like, look at how he carries himself.
After he beat up murder.
The way he wants to be seen. He's dressing up in a Nike Tech with a shiesty on.
At 50 years old.
House with my kid inside. Now, how do I think this case is going to go? I mean, I don't think they need any more evidence than they already have. You know what I'm saying? It's all in text. It's in phone calls. They have the voicemails. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see or hear that. But the feds have it. And this is a Fed case. And
it's
if he was
over with
$540, I don't know how much money he's gonna have to get a federal lawyer to fight this. So it sounds like he might be on his way to federal prison.
Facts.
And if he's still being housed in Memphis, in the Memphis County Jail,
Young Dolph got some love in
he's
him.
on protective custody because of the threat on his life. Dolph had a lot of fans. Dolph had a lot of friends. And he's in Memphis where young Dolph was killed. So regardless of if he beat the case, you know, that's good for society.
Everybody know
But in the
he's
streets
involved.
And in jail, just his mere involvement can cause someone to do something to him. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end the video right here. Hernandez, my last thoughts. Y'all know how I gotta get it down right quick. Hold on. My last thoughts on Hernandez Govan. You're a 50-year-old goofy. You're a 50-year-old lame. You're a 50 years old. Still gangbang. And I ain't even gangbanging, like just trying to be tough. You don't got grandkids at this point, nigga. You're 50. You got one kid by this girl. And then on top of that, you're fucking threatening to kill the baby. That's why I'm like, yo, go take care of your kids. No, you're threatening to kill your own kid. At 50. Y'all be safe out there, man. Hit that like button, that sub button, that hype button. We on the road to 500 subs, man. Y'all be safe, man.